Where are all the questions?
Why is he up at the window?
I don't know. So, okay, let's do it. Hi everyone, it's Nisha. So today I'm going to do Q&As. A while ago I asked you to ask me questions on my YouTube channel and on Instagram, and I got a few questions. The most frequent question was how I got to England and how I met my husband, and you've already seen this video. If you haven't, I will link it down below. In this video, Paul will make an appearance as well, guest appearance, because you had a couple of questions for him. So let's start. Need a drink because I probably get dry mouth. Okay. I had a question about my nails. How long does it take me to do my nails? Probably about an hour, because as you know, I use soak off gel, so I have to soak this off first, and because I do it on myself, I have to do one hand at the time, so it takes a bit longer. The actual applying is not that long. It's mostly the soaking off and prepping the nails, and that goes with the question about my job doing nails. Yes, I am trained in doing nails, and I'm also trained in all sorts of waxing, and I do it as a job, a very not even part-time job, like a quarter job. I just have very few clients, and I do it because I really enjoy it, and it of course gives me some extra money. Do I shop more online? Yes, definitely. I love shopping online. It is very dangerous because when I shop online and pay with PayPal, don't even have to give my card number, I feel like I'm getting the stuff free, and that can get you in trouble. So I do shop a lot online. I hate trying things on in shops, you know, hundreds of things. I much rather get it all to my house, try it on with things that I have here, and then return it. It used to be quite a pain in the butt returning stuff, but they've made it so easy now that I don't mind it. Do you tan your face? Yes, if I don't know if you meant fake tan or like an actual lying in the sun. If I go on holiday to a hot country, I will lie in the sun for a bit. It's not frying myself all day, but I always make sure that I have factor 50 on my face, and I reapply it frequently. But my face to me is not that important to tan because I always have makeup. So even if I'm tanned everywhere else, I will just use darker foundation, bronzing powders to match it all. Have you passed any Polish traditions or recipes to Max? Right, not really. If you've been with me for a long time, you probably know that I've always had problem with Max and his eating. He honestly is the fastest eater ever, always has been. He had a lot of anxiety around food as well. He has a phobia of throwing up, of being sick, so he's always been scared to try something new just in case it would make him sick. So he has few meals that he knows he likes, and that's what he eats over and over again. And most of it is quite plain. So no, I haven't. And he can't cook. He can maybe cook 2 things, but that's my fault. What do you use on your hands? I often get compliments on my hands. I don't use anything. I don't do anything extra to my hands, but what I do every night when I put my skincare on, so say I start with a serum, whatever I've got left on my hands after applying it to my face, I rub it in my hands. If I use my retinol cream, whatever is left, I put it on the back of my hand. So maybe that helps, I don't know, but I don't do anything special to my hands. If you could go back, would you start your YouTube channel again? Is it financially worth it? That was from Denise. If you want to start a YouTube channel and the reason you're starting it is because you want to make money, don't bother. Very few people make it big and make it a career and make it a business. But if this is your main goal, you will be disappointed. I never started it. I never thought anybody would watch me or that I would make money. Yes, I do make some money now also, although YouTube doesn't, oh, sorry about my phone. YouTube doesn't pay that much unless you have, you know, millions subscribers and hundreds of thousands of views. Then, yeah, you probably could live on it. I couldn't live on the money that I earn from YouTube. And you know, you have to invest in it as well, the equipment and time. The amount of time I've invested in it is just learning how to do it all was probably the most challenging. I'm not, you know, the generation, the millennials that know everything. When I was a teenager, we didn't even have computers. So can you imagine? It was very, very hard to learn everything. So now my coffee machine decided to clean itself. Sorry about that. Yes, you can earn some money, and of course, you know, we have the affiliated links. You can do some sponsorships, but if you would like it to be your career, honestly, this is not like a 9-to-5 job. You have to be like on every social media platform and constantly keeping up with everything and going to all sorts of meetings, all sorts of events. I get invited to events so many times to meet brands, but I just don't have the time and maybe the desire. But if it was my job, I would have to. It's, you know, you have to be very self-motivating and you have to love it. First of all, you have to love it. I just love doing it, and I don't care if just 100 people watch me. If these people enjoy my videos and get something out of it, then it makes me happy. Okay, let's look at some questions here. Have you ever wanted to live in America? If so, where? It's very hard for me to say. I've only been to the US once. I went to New York. I loved it, absolutely loved it. But I am aware that things are different over there than here. I don't know. I'm very happy here. And I definitely will visit America again. What scares me a lot in America is the guns. That really scares me. Every time I see the shootings in schools, and that absolutely terrifies me. So I don't know, but I really, really enjoyed New York, so I will enjoy visiting. I don't know if I would live there. What do you eat in a day? I love your body. Thank you. Well, I am not, like, as you know, I don't really follow any specific diets. I'm really bad with that. But what I've just started to do is intermittent fasting. I wanted to see if it works for me. I'm not gonna go into it. If I get any results from it, I will do another video. Basically, you don't eat for 16 hours and just eat in a window of 8 hours. So, but most of that 16 hours is when you sleep. My first meal of the day is always, I make myself a shake in my NutriBullet, and what I put in it is blueberries, scoop of oats, scoop of protein powder, a teaspoon of cashew nut, butter and coconut milk or cashew milk, and I just drink that, and that has everything: healthy fats, protein, carbohydrates, and that fills me up till my next meal. For lunch I usually have a sandwich, love sandwiches, but if I'm trying not to eat bread, I will just have some sort of salad. And my dinner is pretty simple, you know, piece of protein, potato and veg or salad. So I don't eat anything that specific. I'm not very I don't have a sweet tooth, so I'm not that much into sweets, but only once a month I like to have a bit of chocolate. And if I'm out in a restaurant, I will always have something sweet afterwards, but I don't really crave things like that on a daily basis. I'm more of a savory girl. Oh, I've got a wig question. How do you get your wigs to look so real? Right, I don't do anything, I just put them on. If you buy a good quality wig with the lace front, they already look very natural. You can, well, it depends what wig it is. Yes, some wigs can be very shiny, so to make them more natural, you just spray them with dry shampoo or something like that. If they lie too perfectly, just rough it up and make it look natural. I don't do much to them really. I think the wigs that I like and wear look natural on their own, that I don't have to do anything to them. Food Wine Some Design asked me, I have a non-beauty question. My son is 18, just graduated high school, going to college. My daughter is 19, been away at college for a year. Do you feel like it's a weird moment in life now that your son is going off on his own also? I don't feel old, but I sort of having a hard time transitioning into them having their own life. I feel sort of lonely sometimes because of it. So, Max just, as you know, Max finished his exams and he's decided not to go to university. I'm not too happy about it. I would like him to go to university, but he just doesn't want to. He wants to go to work. He said that he doesn't want to spend another 3 years in school, have a huge debt, you know, university debt, and then come out and try to look for a job and paying the debt back. So he wants to go straight away into apprenticeship. I think he's going to go to a financial company where he did his work experience, and he wants to learn the job, you know, on a job, if you know what I mean, and work his way up that way. And I think things are changing a bit. You know, before degree was, you had to have a degree to get a good job. At least here in the UK, is changing a bit. I understand if you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, a vet, an engineer, that you have to have a degree. But if that's not your thing, you know, there is a lot of people that just go and have a degree in, I don't know, philosophy or art. And I'm not saying that there is anything wrong with it, but I don't think that it's so easy then to find a job with just having a degree like this. So I would like him to go to university, but you know, we've given him the best start he could have. Most of his life he's been in a private school. He's done really well at school, and he's a clever boy and sensible boy, so I don't worry so much about him, and it's his choice. I can't live his life for him. I have ambitions for him, but what I think is going to make him happy doesn't mean necessarily that that's what will make him happy. So we will see, but I'm not too worried about him because I know he's a sensible boy. Oh, and how I feel about him going on his own. I don't think I'm going to be on my own for a very long time. I don't see him moving out. If he goes to the company that he wants to go to work, is 10 minutes away from our house, so I can't see him moving out too soon. And we have quite nice close relationship, so I know that even if he moves out, I will still you know, be in regular contact with him. I hope so anyway. I know it can be very difficult, this transition, when you've sacrificed most of your life or the last 20 years bringing up kids, and then they all gone, and you suddenly think, oh my God, who am I? What am I going to do now? I think you need to find some hobby or something to do if you don't have a job. If you have a job, then you're fine. And just concentrate now on yourself, because you still have loads of life to live, and then just wait for your grandkids. Okay, Crafting Marga asks, hi Nisha, I am in my late 50s and I have a good skin, but got those marionette lines and I hate them. I know you do not have them, but if you would get to that age, what would you do? Stage, I think you meant. Fillers or something else? Thank you. So I suppose marionette lines are these ones. I suppose I'm getting some. Yes, there isn't much else you can do with it really. It's probably fillers, and yeah, I would have fillers, and they can do amazing things with fillers. These days they can sculpt your whole face. They even call it a facelift with fillers. So they inject it in certain places that can lift bits of your face. So yeah, I think if you wouldn't want to have facelift, then fillers probably would be the best option. And yes, I've always said if I don't like something about myself and I can afford it, I will fix it. Okay, I have a couple of questions for Paul. He's agreed to do it. Can you ask Paul a question on camera, please? How is he coping as Mr. Sugarpuffandflu? He's an absolute diamond geezer. He's so funny. Haha.
I didn't even know I was Mr. Sugarpuffandflu until we were in the lobby area in a meet-up in New York, and this woman just came up to me and said, you must be Mr. Sugarpuffandflu. Which I was a bit taken aback at, because...
oh yeah, I was upstairs still getting ready with Angie, wasn't I?
Because I try not to be on these videos, so I didn't think anybody would recognise me. Yeah, I'm cool with it. I wish you did have a different name instead of Sugarpuffandflu.
Yeah, but, like a pole dancer.
Yeah, more of a something that would suit me to be Mr. I don't know.
Good looking.
Yeah.
Mad Bermudez asks, hi, this is about Paul. Does he like YouTube? What does he do? Has he got a channel too? So
well, I definitely haven't got a channel, and I've got no intentions of having any.
But
any
if you
channel.
did, what would it be about?
If I did, it'd probably be about gadgets. I love gadgets. As Nisha knows, I buy a lot of them.
Yeah, I have gadgets that I don't even want.
I like funding new projects on crowdfunded sites like Kickstarter.
Yeah, you do that.
So I get some really cool stuff before it hits the market, if the project comes to life, which they don't always do. But that's the gamble. But yeah, if I did have one reviewing gadgets,
you should do that. You should. But no, then my house would be even.
Some of them are really good.
Yeah. What do you think of YouTube? Do you like YouTube? What do you think of me being on YouTube?
I really think it's good. It keeps you busy. It's got some good sides and some bad sides, I guess.
You
to
say
it.
that I neglect you because of YouTube.
Well, the good side is that Nisha, as you all know, likes talking a lot. So she spends so much time talking to the camera that she doesn't talk to me.
You like that, though.
Which is a good thing, yeah. I guess the other bad thing that I don't like about YouTube is you know, the negative comments that people put out there. A lot of those can upset her. You know, and I think
I'm much better with that though now.
You are, but to start with, you know, I was saying, well, you know, don't take it to heart. You know, it's there's a lot of everybody's entitled to opinion, but some things that people write, you know, I just see them as kind of trolling through there, just to try and get a reaction, whatever reaction that is. You know, and So that's probably one of the negative sides, but you know, I think you get a lot of pleasure out
Yes,
of all the lovely comments that you do get, how you're helping people.
Yeah.
So that's a real positive.
I've got wonderful subscribers. So there was another question. Oh yeah, and what do you do?
So I work in sales. I'm the business development director for a large multinational IT company. We provide managed hosting and cloud services.
Yeah, I'm glad he explained that. I can't see this question, but there was a question, what qualities the Paul has attracted me to him.
Come on then, be nice.
Obviously the first thing was the physical. I fancied him. I think he was very good looking. And I think the main thing is he makes me laugh. He's very loyal. He annoys me a lot as well. He probably annoys me more than he makes me laugh. And I feel very safe with him. He's very good at looking after us as a family. And I'm not talking just about financial support, financial safety, but emotional as well. So what attracted you to me?
No
that wasn't
idea.
a question about...
No. No, I mean, obviously when
apart from my big boobs.
Nisha's always interrupting me as well, which
Yeah.
is one of the bad things. So it's difficult to get a word in edgeways. But no, I guess when I first met you, you know, again, you know, really attractive looking young lady.
Young lady.
So it definitely was love at first sight for me, or lust at first sight.
And the good qualities.
Good qualities, you know, fantastic personality. Very.
He's got difficulties with that one.
No, you are. You're very loyal. You're very kind. You know, you take care of us all really well. Good homemaker.
Okay, I give you that.
That's probably enough.
We're not going to be talking about the bad things.
No, we haven't got long enough for that.
Okay, darling. So I think these were the questions that you had for Paul. Thank you very much.
No
for,
problem.
For
I'm sure there'll be
us.
some others at another time.
Yeah, if you would like us to do another like just husband and wife Q&A, let us know.
I'm not as comfortable in front of the camera as Nisha, so I'll go now.
You do well. You do
Bye.
well. Bye. What is my Virgo 8708 asks, what is your favorite movie and book? Oh gosh, my all-time favorite movie used to be Pretty Woman since I was a teenager, but I like all sorts of things. Paul always loves that I could watch paint dry. With books, the same. I read every single day and I like all sorts of genres. So I really like those psychological thrillers. But if I'm on holiday, I quite like those chick lit, you know, really light reading, light-hearted books. But I wouldn't say I have one movie or book that is my favorite. I like so many things. Food, wine, some design asking, I know you do nails. Have you tried SNS powder? Gel peels up on my nails. No, I've never used acrylics and I've never used any powders. I mostly use soak-off gels. I think they are the best. They don't ruin your nails. And if your gels peel off, it's probably that you or whoever does your nails is not preparing your nail properly. Prep is everything. Is there any product you find really helpful for hair that is dry and breaks off a lot? Do you know, I like a lot of hair products and there is nothing really for damaged hair. Yes, there are, you know, masks and oils and serums. They will mask the, you know, broken off ends or split ends, but they will never repair it. It's impossible. One thing that strengthens your hair a lot is if you can get the Olaplex number 3, which is the at-home treatment, or Fiberplex from Schwarzkopf number 3. These are very good because they actually repair your hair bonds from inside. But if your hair is really damaged and breaking off, the only thing you can do to make it look better is cut it off, unfortunately. Believe me, that's why I can never really grow my hair long, because by the time it grows to here, it's really damaged and I have to cut it all off again. Pam Qual, sorry if I don't pronounce these names properly. How did your mum support you and your brother after your father moved away? Are the big differences living in the West as compared to living in communist country when you were younger? So I have touched on in my previous video on how I came to England, living in communist Poland, so I won't talk about that. About my mum. My mum has always worked. She used to work for government. We lived with our grandma. She had like an annex, so when my mum was at work, she would look after us. And also my mum remarried when I was 5, so we had a stepdad. So my mum is married 3rd time now. So yeah, it was no problem with supporting us. My mum always worked, and then we had a stepdad as well. My favorite question. Ella and Chloe, are there colors that women with older skin shouldn't wear? Can we wear shimmer highlights and shadows? I have hooded eyes and learn a lot from your videos. Oh, I'm glad. And new info to share for those of us with older skin and hooded lids. Thanks. Thank you. I'm glad you're finding my videos helpful. You should know by now my thing, you are too old. You are not too old for anything. If you are happy with what you're wearing and how you look and it makes you feel good and confident, then do it. Where is there a law? Have you seen it anywhere that it says women of certain age shouldn't wear this and that? Should we just curl up and die? You know, we have so much still to offer after we've done our jobs as mothers. That doesn't mean that we should shrivel up and die. We still have life to live and wisdom and experience, and enjoy your life. So wear what you want, shimmers, glitter, whatever you like. What is your number 1 all-time favorite makeup product? Couldn't answer that. Well, yes, I can. I just couldn't tell you the make, but my number 1 product would be foundation. I just like to have very even complexion, and my complexion naturally isn't even. I have freckles, I'm pale, a bit red, with sun damage. So foundation is my number 1. I could have nothing else but foundation. So, but I have a lot of favorite foundations. So, but if it comes to products, yeah, foundation is my number 1 favorite product. Anim Fan 1 asks, what would your dream home consist of? Would it have a swimming pool? If so, would you make it completely private? I'm not sure I understand that. How could I have swimming pool and for it not to be private? But my dream home, I have a dream home in my head. I would love to design my own home because I've always known what my home would look like. I would not have a swimming pool. First of all, there is not enough warm days in England for it to be worth it. And it requires cleaning and all that. No, swimming pool is not something that I would like to have. But I have a idea of what my dream home would look like. I love my house. My house is not very big, but if I could have a dream home, it would be a bit bigger than this. I wouldn't want to have a huge mansion because then I would have to clean it all. What I would like to have is beautiful dressing room, like a big dressing room, that I could just have all my stuff in there, my makeup, my clothes and my filming setup. But you know, nothing really special. Rita 10 French asks, I always watch your videos and look forward to them, but just wanted to ask, when you buy more clothes and more makeup, do you get rid of the old clothing and makeup regularly? Thank you. Yes, as you probably noticed, I haven't really been buying much makeup. I don't buy every new product that comes out. If I think I need it or I really love the look of it, then I do. I think the last thing I bought 3 or 4 weeks ago was the Urban Decay palette. I still have lots of different foundations because I like so many at different times of the year that I have loads left. I only buy now things that I need and I run out of, like eyebrow pencil or concealer, things that I run out of. But as you know, I not long ago, if I have makeup that I'm not using, or you know, I get some stuff sent as well, and if it's not suitable for me, I've done a few giveaways, and also I've sent makeup to a charity for women that come from abusive relationships. You know, it's a charity. I've sent the big box there. I don't ever really sell my makeup, or I give it to friends and family, or I will donate it. The same with clothes. Every season, so what I do, when the summer is finished, I will pack all my summer clothes and put them in a loft and get my winter clothes out. So when I get my winter clothes out and I start hanging them up, what I don't like anymore or no I won't wear, then I donate it to charity, and I do the same with my summer clothing as well. This is, how old are you? I will be 48 in October, so I'm on the wrong side of 40, so I will be 50 soon. Another question, I love your videos though, thank you. That's from VL Airboy. I have a question for you. What is the make and model of your car? It looks very nice in your videos. So you probably are still talking about my previous cars. You know, I just got a new car. My old car was a Kia Sportage, 2-liter diesel. I loved that Kia. I had it for 6 years, and it's a really good car. It's not that expensive, and it has a lot of things in it as standard. The reason I haven't gone for Kia again is because they've changed the way it looks a bit. You know, like every few years they change the look of the car, and I didn't really like the look of it. I'm not that into cars. My boys are. For me, the most important thing is that it's a SUV, because I like sitting high up and that it looks pretty. That's all I care about, and that it's comfortable and safe. All the other stuff, like I have now Volvo XC40, and I've told you it's got all these electronics and does everything for you. That is just too much for me. But Paul loves it, and I think he got this car more so he can drive it, although he loves his car. Kudom asks, why did you decide to begin a YouTube channel? What or who was your inspiration? So I have watched YouTube for about a year or 2 years before I started my own channel, and I probably have said this before. I used to watch like the makeup tutorials. I didn't even know that that's what YouTube was about. I thought YouTube was just about funny clips and funny videos. Right now YouTube is like my Google search. If I don't know how to do something, looking for something, review of something, I go to YouTube. Love YouTube so much. I think it can be very helpful and educating place. So I was watching a lot of makeup tutorials, but at the time I didn't see any women on YouTube of my age or older. And all these young girls were doing makeup for, you know, hooded eyes, for this and that. And I used to think to myself, if I tried your makeup on my eyes, it would not work. It would not look like this. So I started it to help women of my age, you know, to show them, if you have hooded eyes, droopy eyes, how to do the makeup. Not that I am a makeup artist or have any training in that. It's just what works for me, and I thought if it works for me, I could share it with other women. And also, I've always been that person that likes to make people feel good. So with my friends, I would always give them advice about, you know, you should wear different bra, you should do your hair like this, and like I never liked if my friends would say, oh, I look so old, or I'm not looking very pretty, and I hate that. You know, you need to like have this confidence and believe in yourself and live your life to the fullest instead of worrying and thinking so little of yourself, if that makes sense. Of course, when I started YouTube, it was trial and error. I did some reviews at first. It was very, very strange. It was so cringing at my earliest videos, because you felt like you just sat there, talked to yourself. But as you get more subscribers and people start interacting in comments with you, the next time you feel like you're talking to those people, so it becomes a bit easier. And I just love it. I love the whole girly community that we can chat about things that we love. Do you wear makeup every day, and even when you're not going out? Yes. There are very, very rare occasions that might be Sunday, I'm not going anywhere, no one is visiting, and I won't put makeup on, but I don't like it. I do it for myself. It makes me feel better. I almost feel, if I don't have makeup on, I almost feel like I'm naked and not washed, if you know what I mean. It's just part of my daily routine. And I also like to look nice for myself and my husband, who is coming here again. What's up? What's up?
I've got to do Max's dinner.
Oh, he's going to be doing Max's dinner now.
Who says I don't do anything?
Yes. Paul is making Max fillet steak, and I'm not very good at
Anything.
and I'm not very good at getting Max's steak just the way he likes. Do you ever use mineral foundation, powder foundation? If so, what is your favorite? Yes, of course. I don't often use it on its own. Sometimes on the top of maybe like a BB cream or just SPF, but every day I top up my foundation with mineral powder, and my favorite one is Laura Mercier's mineral powder. How long have you been married? We got married in 1999, so we've been married 19 years. When I went on vacation, Moira 74. When I went on vacation to the UK, I got hooked on tea. What is your favorite tea? I like any tea really, but I mostly drink Yorkshire tea. But I also like Earl Grey, and I like Lady Grey. Lady Grey is a bit like Earl Grey, but it tastes more orangey. Okay, my lovely, so these were your questions answered. I hope, sorry if I missed some, but I would be here all day. A lot of them I've answered obviously with my previous video, but for now that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.